to start? Okay. Much better. I was looking a little homely. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Especially going into 2026. Leaving all that other, I'm just chill and I don't need too much. No, we're leaving out the door. I need a lot. As part of the reason why I wanted to make this video is because past me had a lot of self-sabotaging behavior that I could not figure out. I'm a spiritualist, so I'm always deep into how the subconscious mind works, how your conscious mind. Lately, I have been exploring more on the topic of self-sabotage. You ever just get the feeling of, why can't I do better? Why do I know that consciously I should not be eating takeout every day from these restaurants where the food may be convenient, but it's not necessarily the healthiest, or why am I just stuck in these behaviors, even though I know on one end to do better for myself, and every time I try, something just seems to not work out. I fall back into an old pattern, and it really might just be like me, like the rest of us who are quite sick of that. If you're new here, hey, my name is Ash. So welcome to my weird little space on the internet where I use beauty and spirituality to help you find your purpose. And today we're going to be talking about self-sabotage. Grab your makeup, grab your brushes, grab your sponges, and let's talk a little bit more in depth about why sometimes we just cannot seem to move forward. Yeah, we're gonna go over the different archetypes of self-sabotage in this video, and we're also gonna help you identify which archetypes you fall under. You can fall under more than one, but there probably will be one that you're more predominantly in. And then after we find out which one you are, then we're gonna tell you how you get over these acts of self-sabotage. And first of all, it is not your fault. I put that in really like quotations, that it's not your fault that you self-sabotage. You've been actually conditioned to sabotage yourself. A lot of times our ancestors, distant and close, have been trained a certain way to help contribute to a certain system. In our current day and age, in the age of Epstein files and conspiratorial theories are now proving to be true, you now see that there's a ruling class of people who are hell-bent on using you as a tool to contribute to their agenda. They have to do it covertly, because if you really knew about even 10% of what the agenda was truly about, let's say like taxes, if you knew that taxes in and of itself, when it's excessive the way it is actually super predatory and is designed to rob a country of its resources and your resource, and you wonder why can't I get ahead? Why is everything so expensive, right? They'd had to condition you to think that, well, the government is here to save me. Whatever they do is right. I don't have to question it. What can I do when you clearly obviously see the theft of your money taken, and it's actually helping these ruling class of people helping with their agenda, but it's making my agenda quite hard. Which for a lot of people is just, you want your personal life to be as prosperous and peaceful as possible. So the ruling class, or maybe a cult, I don't know. I refuse to call them elites. I'm not going to call them that. But let's just say they've set up your family generation after generation to keep contributing to their agenda to keep you in line. So when things come into question, like, well, why are we getting taxed so much? You just go, oh, that's just how the system is, right? You don't really have any defenses. It's just, it is what it is. You don't get to question it. You don't get to fight it. Year after year, credit card debt is normal. Grocery inflation is just normal. And there's nothing we can do about it. I guess we're just supposed to smile and take it. They set you up like that generation after generation, so they can keep profiting from you spiritually and financially. Another good example is that they convinced us that the food pyramid was right and exact And this is the way that we were all supposed to be eating, when in reality, it wasn't. That was not the way we're supposed to eat eating. Eating all that enormous amount of bread is actually really shitty for your system. And lo and behold, they were poisoning the wheat with glyphosate. They were poisoning our food this entire time, and then gaslighting us to say, well, you're just not healthy enough. Like, you don't have any fucking self-discipline. Okay, sure. Big food and big pharma and big medicine contributed to our demises. And we wondered why everyone just kept getting fatter and sicker when they were playing us the whole time. That's just another example, years after years after years, how they just kept us in the dark about what their agenda was. The ruling class of people they know what they're doing, and they know how to keep you, or at least try to keep you in line, to keep contributing to whatever the hell bullshit mess they have going on. Even if I don't think you are to blame for this, it is still your responsibility to pick yourself up and combat all this shitty programming that has been in us. But first, to overcome self-sabotage, we need to know exactly what it is. And you have to start by doing the hard work of identifying where your weaknesses are, what's not contributing to your life, and identifying your self-sabotage patterns. It's no easy task. And one of the reasons why this is no easy task, because the mind, the ego, is very tricky. It can trick you into staying the same. And one of the ways it does that is through fear. And your fear can manifest in different ways. You could do the fight, flight, or freeze. The mind has those ways of tricking you and keeping you in the same space. Not that you hate you or anything like that. It actually loves you. It actually knows you so much that it wants to keep you safe and protected and shielded against anything new. Anything new, it might be perceived as a threat. So now we're gonna get into archetypes of self-sabotage. And number one is the pain aversion. Do you find yourself always maybe procrastinating on certain tasks that you have to do, like working out, or a lot of times we might drink and drug and booze, sexual gratification, maybe you have a porn addiction, a shopping addiction. These all point towards you being very pain averse. I myself am, one of my things is pain aversion. I do not want to be uncomfortable. I absolutely hate it. I don't know why I hate this so much, but it's like, I get into these modes where it's just like, all I want to do is sleep and eat. Clearly, that's not working out for me anymore. Clearly, being overweight it's just hard, it's hard to be overweight. I don't loathe myself. I don't think that I can't go outside and achieve. A lot of times I might find my frustration with how I look in photos and trying to shop for clothes that I think would look good on me. I don't have a hard time doing that. But since I've been overweight for so long, it's almost like, well, what's on the other side of carrying all this weight on me? But my problem is that I don't like cooking my own meals. It's just stressful trying to find things to eat, especially with my digestion being a little wonky. I can't eat meat every day because that makes me feel sick. I'm having trouble eating a whole bunch of sugar, which is really good to my body. I'm listening to my body to know hey, you can't eat that much sugar anymore. It's really, really bad for you. I say that as I'm always looking for an easier option. And the easier option is to sit down and then order something on DoorDash, which was costing me because then I started to see my energy levels was changing. I was like, I don't like this. I could not stand doing the hard work. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So I saw how that was bleeding over into my work and how I was supposed to move forward in life. Because I was so pain averse, I didn't want to just start somewhere and then work my way up. I held myself back in a lot of areas that I should have taken initiative and just said, fuck it. I'm going to thug it out and then see where this takes me. Now, the second one is the fire starter. This fire starter creates conflict everywhere you go. We all have come across this person. They don't know why drama always is always around them, they be the first ones to say, I don't like drama. As soon as I hear, I don't like drama, I just know that drama will precede them, drama will find them. So I best be on my best behavior because drama will inevitably find them. Conflict happens wherever they go. They're creating conflict wherever they go. They always focused on the negative. They can never seem to have a positive thought or positive upbringing. Everything about them just screams, there's always an issue and I have no solutions for it. The only way they can bond is through fear and negativity. Growing up, if you're a fire starter, you probably grew up in a state of there's always something going on. I can never really relax. There's always someone or something. There's always a fire basically needing to be put out. Okay, another way you might just be a financial saboteur. Me, baby, I have trouble saving. Like, me and saving money? Girl, I don't know her. I cannot. Like, I can pay my bills on time without an issue. I don't have a problem paying bills. But when it comes to thinking about like the long term, or like say I'll come across for me, one of my things is I'll come across like a really tough patch or something, and then have to go back into my savings to, use my savings, and then just never think about like replenishing this shit. I am not the best saver, but I would like to spend. I'm very much like, fuck it, let's have a good time. Like what I want, and I want it right now, which we'll get into one of the ways to help out with that. But no, I'm definitely just always like, what can I buy now? Why do I have to wait? Fuck it, I need it now. Shopping, girl, me and shopping, oh my god. Oof. Getting out of credit card debt was not so much the hardest thing I've ever done. Getting into it obviously is easy, but getting out of credit card debt takes for fucking ever. Getting into it is real fucking easy, but getting out of it and like telling myself no when it comes to picking up them damn cards, especially when it's like, I know I usually spend when I have some emotional turmoil come up. Like, I just don't want to think about it. So what do? Go shop. You might have that in your family where like it was just normal to go shopping. This is something that we do. This is how we bond. I know my mother, bonding over like a meal or bonding over going shopping was like the way that me and her connected with each other. Like, didn't have to really talk about what was going on, or on the drive to the shopping is when she would just like unload and then go shop. Anyway, so here's just some of the ways that you've been programmed. All right, this is another way that you might be a financial saboteur. I cannot get this video out for shit. This is one of the hardest videos, and I don't know why. Why am I like, is this a subconscious thing? Like, is it a spiritual attack? I don't know. But for some reason, getting this video out is one of the hardest videos I ever had to get out. Anyway, so being a financial saboteur, a lot of us might be guilty of this because the media keep trying to portray rich people as being like evil and parasitic. You might see this with rich people always being portrayed as the villain, or a lot of times they might be portrayed as miserable and lonely and no one likes them. What was that movie I saw, The Game, which was a really good movie, but he grew up rich and his father had killed himself, and I could think he inherited this like $1 billion empire, but he couldn't have like a relationship. He was divorced. He lived in this like big mansion by himself. Really good movie. It's a movie about the ego if you want to check it out, but that's one of the ways. Another way you can be a financial saboteur is never saving. You always spending. You always finding a reason. Or you're always figuring out a way. You're always trying to figure out a way how to spend your hard-earned money, basically. Like I said, that's me all day. As soon as I heard it, I was like, yep, I know exactly who that is. It is moi. And there's a lot of times you're just simply afraid of getting wealthy. Maybe you grew up in a family where frugality was the most important priority. Yeah, being frugal was most important priority. There's never enough money at the end of the day, always penny pinching. Or maybe you saw the other half where somebody's always in debt and they always stressed out about being in the debt. There's different ways that the financial saboteur can present itself. All right, let me try a different fucking brush because this is looking rather muddy. But that's like when you come to my channel, I hope you like, I'm not trying to do makeup tutorials or trying to get you to buy something. That's not it. If you like the products that I use, please feel free to click the links in the bio or I'll just tell you where I got them from. But the primary thing is to not have like these perfect makeup looks. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to enrich other women's lives to hopefully help them overcome a lot of spiritual issues that we might have on the inside. And I like using makeup as a medium for that because all the pretty girls know that putting on makeup is so fun. It's so relaxing. You get to experiment. It's a fun time. I'm a makeup lover, so I figure why not connect with other women by doing our makeup. All right, what's the next one? The victim. The victim self-saboteur is always constantly being the victim. They cannot seem to take responsibility for themselves. They're always passing the buck for someone else to take responsibility for them. They cannot seem, they might be like overly involved in the medical system. They might even be overly involved in like our bullshit two-party system, thinking like, well, another common thing that I hear, and I'm actually quite tired of hearing, is, well, I have to vote. And when they do vote, it's like, well, I just voted for the lesser of two evils. How about not voting for evil? How about we stop voting for pedophiles and fraudsters and scammers? How about we just stop voting for that and then stop trying to pass the buck? Well, I have to do something. Yeah, you could do something. There's plenty of things you could do, which I'm not going to get into this video here. That is one of the victim mentalities. They really think that someone is coming to save them so they don't have to do much of anything themselves. Overly involved in the medical system, they really think that all the poisons and the toxins that they gave, like going back to the food pyramid thing, we've all been bamboozled to think that the food pyramid was how we were supposed to eat, when in reality it was contributing to a lot of sicknesses in our society. They won't try to see, well, what can I do to really help myself, because this is just keeping me sick. It's just keeping me on hamster wheel, because they don't want to take responsibility for their own lives. And they constantly focused on trauma. Like in our society now, we become a super therapeutic society. As we can see, nobody is really getting any really better. It's just constantly focused on this is what happened to you, and you're to constantly keep reliving it over and over and over again, and you never really getting out of that cycle. They just keep you going back to shelling out money to basically have like these kiki vent sessions. That's another way they get you, but that's another way to be that you might identify yourself as being a victim saboteur, you know? Maybe you have trouble recognizing where you can take responsibility in your own life. Everyone's a narcissist. Well, not everyone's a narcissist. Maybe it might be you, you know? You have to take a hard look at yourself to see, like, maybe I am the victim. Maybe I am the victim saboteur. Maybe that's why my life hasn't panned out the way I would like it to. I like this gray color in this palette. It's so pretty, especially on my eyes. I think I like it a lot. Create that nice twin shape. Yeah. Oh my God. Well, I guess we're doing a real big smoky eye today, guys. Hopefully I can save this. I don't know. Especially this eye. Oh my God. Help. We'll work with what we have. What the good Lord gave us. Love a good smoky eye grungy moment. Oh, we should probably go over the last one. The failure to launch. You just don't know how a person will be living. Like, how are you still alive? You'll probably you never made an attempt to get your life together. And you won't give yourself a chance to see no goals, no dreams, no direction. You just literally floating through life, and We just don't know how you've made it. And that's okay. If you've gotten here to this point and you're just like, damn, I might be the failure to launch person. Yeah, you just simply would not give yourself a chance to succeed. Maybe you are the failure to launch person. As long as you're at the point where you're ready to grow and evolve, anything is possible. Let me do my lips before I start talking about our solutions. I was watching Ashley Dalton today. She was reviewing an older sweetheart's like her makeup routine, and she just kept saying, the brightest makeup you have, the brightest makeup you have. And I thought about the brightest makeup I have, and it's not that much. I like my makeup to look kind of dark and dramatic and smoky and kind of grungy. Okay, so here's the solution. So the common denominator that all those self-sabotaging archetypes have in common is you're not thinking long term. They are not thinking, well, how will this affect me in the long run? How will this affect future me? You're only worried about everything in 5, 10 day, week increments, when you should really be thinking about 6 months, a year from now, 2 years, 3 years from now, 10, 20 years from now. That's what these self-sabotaging archetypes, that's how they develop. It's more so about keeping you in an adolescent phase, so your mind and your brain never develops past the age of 12. All of these different archetypes are keeping you in a state of arrested development. And one of the ways you can combat that is about thinking about the long term. How are my actions today affecting my tomorrow? A good thing that sobered me up, how was my behaviors affecting my daughter? I had to see that everything wasn't about me and how I felt in that moment. I had to see like, okay, this is how everything is affecting my family and my future generations. What would they think of me? How she was going to thrive in the world with or without me. That's what sobered me up. Another way to help you identify which ones that you are is start looking at your parents, start looking at the media, start looking at your community around you, who you grew up around the most. Start looking at their behaviors, because more than likely you have those same behaviors inside of you. I knew that I was avoidant when I started looking at my dad's behaviors and how he handles hard situations, and it was really no in between. It could be quite extreme sometimes. A lot of things he would tackle head on, but when it came to like emotional issues, he would either blow up or just avoid it altogether. So, and with my mom, she was pretty much the same way. It's just she didn't blow up a lot, but that's how I started looking into my behaviors. And then start leaning into the opposite of whatever you are. If you are pain averse, start doing those hard habits that you have been putting off for so long. If you are the financial saboteur, start saving up just a little bit. Like, okay, I'm going to challenge myself to save up $5, $10, $20 here. I like to say push yourself just a little bit past your comfort zone so you can feel the pain of the growth, so that way you know that you're doing something. Because once you start feeling that uncomfortability is when you know you are starting to progress past your past programming. And just another reminder is that you're gonna fail. You're going to fail, and that's okay. At least you tried. The most important aspect of all of this is to remember is that you need to get in the repetitions of completing your reprogramming. You're not gonna be perfect at it. When you go to the gym, you don't expect to walk out with 6-pack abs, so don't expect the same thing from yourself. What is the most important is, and it's kind of corny to say, is that you get back up and that you keep doing it. You're gonna take a good while to get back on there, but you don't let that part of yourself start to, with the chatter that kept you stuck before, don't let that part of yourself continue to keep chattering to keep you stuck. Remember, it loves you so much that it wants to keep everything about you the same because it thinks that change is scary. So try to tell that voice, I hear you, fear. I know it's scary. I know I'm stupid. I know I'm dumb, but I'm going to try anyway. And that's how you kind of nullify the ego and its 15 million arguments that it's going to try to bring up in order to keep you stuck in the same situation. And the more you do it, the more likely you are to keep succeeding. Keep showing up for yourself. Don't give up. You matter. You are so worthy of giving this as many shots as possible. You are so worthy of a wonderful life that you can be proud of. You are so worthy of a healthy, fit body, of a healthy, fit mind, healthy, fit bank accounts. We are so worthy of the lives that lies in our heart, the vision that we have in our heart for our lives. We are so worthy of that. Well, yeah. All right. Well, that's the end of this video. I would appreciate it if you would subscribe. I leave a teeny tiny channel. I would love it if you would subscribe and comment down below if you found out which archetypes was. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. But until next time, I love you and I will see you in the next one.